Okay, so I really think that XRP is going to have a strong year. There's a lot of potential. I mean, think of last year as a whole, what they accomplished, and what what partnerships were built, and the framework that they're laying down. I always like to think of it as a railroad. They're setting the tracks now, and then when the tracks are all built, the train's gonna come speeding down the tracks. There hasn't been much price action, but I'm sure when there's a major event, we're gonna get some good price action. So it may stink to see it at a low number now, but if you kind of zoom out and look at it from the bigger picture, this is more of a long-term investment. So looking at it, when it moves 5 or 6% and panicking when it's down 10% is not really worth your headache. So you have to look at it as the bigger picture and more of a long-term investment, at least 5, 10, maybe even 15 years, maybe even longer than that, depending on how long it takes for things to fall into place. But I truly believe that supply and demand will end up being one of the catalysts to bring it higher, because there's only a set amount of coins. So as the supply runs out and demand becomes higher, eventually people will be able to charge more money. So that would probably make its price pretty damn high. But in short term, we really don't know. All these other social medias, they overhype everything, and every time you see a video, it's always going to 10,000, or tomorrow it's 10,000, or in 2 days it's going to be $100. I mean, those are all just clickbait, hype. Do they know? They don't know. People do technical analysis. They try to predict the price. They also don't know. Nobody really knows. It's just like the stock market. I mean, actually, stock market might be easier because there's, earnings, and there's more to it that can help you predict the price. But even then, things can take a turn. So I think this year is going to be a good year, but I definitely wouldn't expect crazy price action. But hey, if there is crazy price action, it's a win-win situation. If there's crazy price action, we finally see some bigger numbers that we've been waiting for. But if we don't, that gives you more time to accumulate. And just remember, it is a long-term investment. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. That it's gonna be, you're gonna buy it one day and then in 2 days it's gonna be $100. That would be great. It would be amazing for that to happen, but realistically, it's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, not anytime soon. And you're not gonna see instant jump like that. So we'll see. I think there's a lot of potential this year. We got a lot of road bumps out of the way. So we'll see what 2026 brings.